What is going on, guys? Well, welcome back to another episode of Rare Games with your host, as always, KMac Time. Today we're looking back at one of my all-time favorite systems of my childhood, which is, of course, the PlayStation 1 or PS1. Looking back at some of the great games. We'll start off here with number 10 at Mega Man Legends 2, which is a very cool game. All these games are really, really collectible. People love Mega Man, as you guys know. Very, very cool game as well. It included the demo for Tron Bone, which is another really popular RPG game, similar to Zelda, apparently. This game was really popular, but it didn't sell very well in Japan. This game could run you about $60 used. And moving on to our next game, which is Revelations Persona, which is an Atlas game. If you guys know anything about Atlas games, they usually run in small print runs, making this game kind of hard to come by, but it was really highly praised. It was worth more money until in 2009 a PSP version of this game was released. So it dropped the price just a little bit, but a used copy will still run you as about $45. Our next game is Herc's Adventure, which is a top-down action-adventure game featuring characters from Greek mythology. The game was released on the Genesis and Super Nintendo, very similar gameplay. However, the PS1 and Sega Saturn versions did not sell very well, making this game pretty hard to come by in the wild, making it worth about $45 used. Our next game is XCOM UFO Defense, which is a strategy and role-playing game with elements of Civilization, where you defeat alien races and technology trees. It also includes some RPG elements. It's considered one of the greatest games ever made. The PC version is actually rated one of the top 10 PC games of all time by IGN and PC Gamer and other publications. So people that are really, really cool, really, really big into games that are really, really good, have this game really strong demand for this game. People want to play one of the best games of all time. So this game can run you about $55, $60 used if you come across a copy of it. Our next game is Tactics Ogre, which is a really cool game. Also, if you guys know anything about the Super Nintendo version of this game, is also very rare. But this game was produced in really, really limited production run, making this game very, very sought after. It's actually a really cool game and really cool. It's another Atlas game, as you can see. Like always, their games are small print games, making it hard to come by, making a used copy worth about $65 to $70. Next up on the list is Tales of Destiny, which is a really, really cool RPG. Unfortunately, this game did not sell very well in the United States, although it did sell over 1 million copies in Japan. A lot of these Japan RPGs that were popular in Japan didn't sell very well in the United States. However, because of its popularity in Japan, people started taking a look at this game later on. Although its sales didn't reflect it in the United States, but this game has become super popular and cult. Kind of gotta have this game. But the game can run you about $75 to $100 used. Next up is Valkyrie Profile, which is another turn-based RPG developed by Enix. It was based on Norse mythology, references to Valhalla, Ragnarok, and other Norse gods. The game only sold 73,000 copies in the United States, but the game, however, received widespread critical acclaim and still loved by many RPG fans to this day, making this a very, very sought-after game. It can run you over $75 to $100 as well. Next up is Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. These games are very, very popular and sold very well initially, but the game collectors still love these games just because, like, who doesn't love Marvel vs. Capcom or Marvel vs. Street Fighter? That's amazing. These games become very, very expensive because they were never reprinted, and the original cases and the original artwork on these games are absolutely amazing. So making these games worth about $45 to $50 a piece used, and I love these games. These are awesome. One of my favorite games for the PS1. I remember having it when I was a kid. Next up is Diablo, which is one of the best PC games of all time. In fact, it's rated Game of the Year in 1996 when it first came out. However, this game did not sell very well. It sold okay on the PS1, but not as good as it did on the PC. But making the collectors out there very, very high in demand for this game. A used copy of this game can run you anywhere from $55 to $75, even though it's a very common game. It's not a very rare game, but still collectors out there will collect this game because it's a really, really cool and really, really well done game. And finally, our number one rarest game for the PS1 is Suikoden 2, which was published by Konami in 1999. It is a strategy role-playing game with very small-scale battles. Up to 6 players can join battles against armies. Very, very cool. You're also allowed to import your characters from the original Suikoden. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. The game was printed in small quantities in the initial run, but didn't sell well enough to warrant additional printing. However, the game's depth and loyal fan base keep this game very, very sought after and expensive. A used copy of this game will run you over $125. A in-box sealed version will run you $500 plus, making this one of the coolest games and most sought after games of that generation. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can appreciate this. I hope you guys are out there can leave this video a like. It'd be very much appreciated. If you guys could go ahead in the comment section and tell me what were your favorite PS1 games. I know I have plenty. I remember I played a bunch of these Crash Bandicoot, Spyro games. I love those games. Let me know in the comment section which one were your favorite. And as always, guys, have a great day. Game the fuck on, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Take it easy. Until then, peace out.